Welcome everybody to Johnny's Vintage Motors. Today we're going to start putting back this Johnson D-10 5 horsepower 1940, and we're going to start getting it back together. So now first we want to do is we want to go in reverse. So let's get our ring on. This is the existing ring. This is our steering column, so we'll get the, whoops, one fell out, can't have that. We'll get it up there, don't worry. Holy shit. There we go. Got them both down together. So we got that on. Let's leave that right there. Next, let's get our collar on. I gave this all one coat of dull aluminum already. Make sure you get your tension springs in. Trying to do this as fast as possible, so make sure your nut goes on the right side, so this way when you tighten it up you don't gotta hold back. There's a slot right there for your nut. This we're just going to put it snug. We're not going to tighten anything up. Then we want to get our ring on. This is our retaining ring. A little pain in the ass, but they go. Slide that down, get it on here. Do the same. Get it in, just turn the screwdriver around. That's locked in. Okay. The lock washer. We left the lock washer off. Get that lock washer on. Believe it or not, it's been about, I would say about 15 to 20 years since I did one of these motors, since I saw one again. I did one for a customer a long time ago. Long time ago. So now we'll get our locking collar on. just put that there, so that's all up. What else we got now? We got that down, that down, that down. We could put our lower unit back on. First, we'll get our water tube back in. You can see the water tube right through there. Comes up right into right there. So, clean this whole thing all up. You could see right from here, and you could see actually the groove where it goes in. And there she is. Boom, all the way up. So now, this is our drive shaft tube. Protects the drive shaft from the exhaust and the water. So we'll get this baby up there. What the hell is going on? And you see right there, see right there, that's where it goes and pushes in. So now our tube, our water tube, and our drive shaft protector shields in. So now, freaking grease all over my hands. So now we want to get the gear housing on. That's going to be the problem, because we got to get this tube and everything through. So we're going to push this on. Come on. Sorry guys, this is and the tubing. We get this in, we'll line this up as good as possible. Try to get your bolt in now. Let's see if we can get our bolt in. Go. Understand that. That we can get tightened. Okay, we got that all in, let's get our thing. Get your other side in. Other side in, get your washer on, get your lock washer on, get your nut on. Where is that other piece? I'm missing the piece, the bracket. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, we get this bracket on. Don't forget when you're putting this bracket on that the smooth side here goes at the bottom, because that's when it spins around and locks in. Get your washer on, get your lock, your nut on, your wing nut actually. Same thing. I'm in an awkward position. So now just adjust this down. This got to go down a little bit. Adjust that later. We'll get this tightened up. Where's my... Won't make that too tight. Or actually get this let's see where it needs to be. Push this all the way down. What the hell did I do? Tightened it up that tight? Wow. Slides around. She's unlocked. So now that's unlocked. That's all together. That's all together. We got the whole top together. Now we can get the basically the lower unit in. Okay, so we got our gears here. So we get a little gear oil. We'll put some gear oil in here. Grease. We'll put some grease in this one. Put some there, put some here. We'll get our drive shaft down. Get your drive shaft right down the whole tube. Drive shaft should be coming out the end soon. Don't forget to put your gear on. And there you go, your gear's in. Get a little grease on that. Okay. Some grease on that. Grease it up good. Don't be afraid to grease it. Put your pin through. Don't forget to grease it. Grease everything good. Okay. So now, let's get our shaft in. Actually, the shaft we're going to put on okay, let's get the pump together. The shaft we're going to put on with right there. This ain't a water pump, it's actually a water ram. So put these all together. You don't need no sealant in between here. I never used it. Never before. Well, I only did one motor like this before that. But it doesn't call for sealant. I have it right there. So we'll walk these down. Get it all to touch. These water rams, they're alright. I guess the technology back in 1940, I guess that's the best they could do. Tighten your two middle ones first, I suggest. Then go to your top and your two backs. I'm stirring myself. Okay. So you got your whole assembly back together. Let's come in here. Get a little marine grease here. Not much. Just get a little bit down here. Move that up a little bit. Move this up. So now we want to line that up with that. Okay. I suggest, guys, like these motors, they're very hard to get the gaskets for. I make my own patterns, so I advise you to do the same. Get your own patterns done, and you make your own gaskets. That's what I have to do, or else you're gonna be stuck. You're gonna be stuck. I like to put a little sealant here. I'm gonna fill this up with grease later. Not much, just very little. Let that set up a minute. Not gonna get a leak anyway. This is pretty smooth. Plus, there's grease that goes in here. It's not your typical gear oil. Okay. Let that sit up a sec. Oh, that's not staying on there. Alright, guys. We're getting there. Just got to put this piece in there. And basically that's how you do the whole gear housing. Clean up the whole unit. Get it all function better. We have the cover for here. Yeah, we got pretty much. I think that's good. There she goes. Let's get this. So we'll pull that back down till it's there. When we're ready. Add in. Let's get out 3 screws in here. That's why, if you don't know your bolts, guys, that's why I told you put them all in. See, I would have been going for those 3. There you go, guys. It has a grease pinhole there. That's your drain, and there's a greaser there you could put it in. Get these down. Walk them down little by little. Don't try to mangle it in one shot. And I think that's good. I'll get this on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to screw this on out here, because the wrench that I need is basically in my shop somewhere. This is tricky. Yeah, I can't do it with this wrench. But yeah, my other one, I grinded this off and I grounded this off so I could get in there. This one, yeah, there's no way in there. Yeah. I could. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. I gotta get in there to get that out, to get that tightened. But basically, that's your whole unit there. throw this back on so we don't lose the nut for the thing. We're not going to throw this on yet. We have our cover that goes here. Yeah, we're not going to throw that on yet. Your 2 screws go in the top, don't forget. Put your 2 screws back at the top. Get your 2 longer screws, which are at the bottom, which I told you when we were taking it apart. You have a little more meat at the bottom. At the top it's very thin, so the screws are a little bit longer at the bottom. So if you screw that up, easy fix. So there you go, guys. Your DT-10 all back together again. Whole lower unit redone. I don't have the gear grease. There's grease that goes in there. Plus you could use corn head. It's made by John Deere. It's called corn head. You could fill it up with that, which I think I'm going to use. I think it takes like 3 or 4 ounces. I'm not sure. I'm going to look at my books and see what it tells me. So there we go. The whole thing is spinning. It feels pretty smooth. Well, that's it, guys. Next, we're gonna bring up the motor. We'll bring up the motor. We'll get the flywheel off. We'll get the armature plate. This has it's called a twin coil. 1 set of points that control both cylinders. So basically using 1 set of points and 1 coil pack, which it's a twin. So once we open that up, we'll take everything apart here. We'll get this motor out, get the carburetor off. I started loosening it up already, but I got to get the flywheel off to get the rod out. So yeah, that'll be the next video right on here. Till next time, Johnny's out.